Your grocery bill didn't go up. It was redesigned. The price tags are playing a game with your monthly budget. And you only win once you learn the rules. You felt it. You walk in for milk and fruit, you leave $50 lighter than last month with the same cart. It's not your imagination, and it's not just inflation in the headlines. It's the way grocery pricing changes ripple through your monthly budget in 3 quiet moves. They change the size, they change the timing, and they change you. Here's why it matters right now. If you spend $600 a month on groceries, a 10% shift isn't 10%, it's $60. $60 is your phone bill, your streaming services, or gas for the week. Miss that once? Annoying. Miss it every month? That's a second rent payment by the end of the year. And here's the part that stings. Most of those increases aren't hitting you at checkout as one big jump. They sneak in as smaller packages, shifted promotions, and subtle swaps that nudge you to spend more without feeling it. You know something changed. The reason you feel squeezed is hidden in how grocers make money off baskets, not items. And once you see it, you can reroute money back into your pocket. Start at the shelf with the simple story of a box of cereal. Last year it was 16 ounces for $4.99. Today it's 14 ounces for the same $4.99. Shrinkflation. Same price, less food, which means every bowl costs more. But here's the twist. The store didn't need to raise the sticker to raise your total. You just pour more, buy sooner, and the monthly spend rises while the price per box looks familiar. Multiply that by chips shaving 2 ounces, ice cream dropping to 14 ounces, yogurt going from 6 ounces to 5.3, and suddenly your week quietly needs one more grocery trip this month. But that's only layer 1. What actually sets the number on that shelf isn't a single decision. It's a conveyor belt of costs and strategy. Commodities move first. Corn and wheat prices swing with weather and global demand. Packaging costs follow. Plastic resin prices jump when oil jumps. Diesel climbs, and it adds pennies per pound to ship your apples across states. A distribution center pays higher wages, and those dollars roll into the cost per case. Then the retailer adds their margin, but not the same margin across the board. This is where it gets interesting. Supermarkets don't worship item profit. They worship basket profit. They'll sell you a rotisserie chicken at $4.99 because it pulls you into buying salad kits, soda, and dessert, where margins are fat. That's why Costco keeps the chicken price frozen like a museum piece. Your cart pays the rest. So when something upstream gets expensive, the store doesn't just raise everything evenly. They hide the increase in items you rarely check, and they flash discounts on the ones you notice. Wait, it gets stranger. Many chains run price zones by neighborhood. Same brand, same chain, different zip code, different price. The store near downtown with higher rent and captive foot traffic charges $4.19 for milk. The one 2 miles away in a competitive strip mall sells it for $2.99. They aren't guessing. They know what you'll tolerate because your loyalty app dumps data into their pricing engine. Not only that, those digital coupons you scroll, they're not just generosity. They're personalized anchors. If you usually buy brand A pasta, they'll give you 70 cents off brand B to test whether you'll switch. If you don't, they stop offering the coupon, and your regular brand gets a small increase that you barely notice because your brain remembers the old sale price, not the new shelf price. But there's a catch. When you think prices fall because inflation fell from 8% to 3%, you expect cheaper groceries. That's not how it works. Inflation slowing means prices are still climbing, just slower. The new normal sticks. That's why your monthly budget still feels tight even when the headline sounds better. And the pass-through takes time. When diesel spikes, the cost hits the shelf weeks later. Promotions are planned 6 to 12 weeks out, so the sale you see today might be based on last quarter's costs, not this week's. If you wait for the old sale to return, it might not. or it comes back. But the promotion ends 1 week earlier than before, quietly cutting your stock-up window in half. So what do you do with this? You stop playing item by item, and you play by their rules with your own. Think in baskets, time, and substitution. Picture your week: tacos on Monday, pasta on Wednesday, breakfast for dinner on Friday. Now watch how one change saves real money. Beef for tacos is $5.99 a pound. Chicken thighs are $2.49. Swap once and you save $6 this week, $24 this month. Pasta brand name at $1.49 per 8-ounce sale. Private label at $1.19 per pound bag all month. Switch. Save $5 over 4 dinners. Cheese on promo 3 times a quarter. Buy 2 blocks when it hits $1.99 and freeze 1. That one habit erases the need to pay $3.49 on a non-sale week. Small moves, monthly impact. But here's what nobody tells you. The most powerful tool isn't clipping coupons. It's a 10-item price book in your phone. 10 staples you always buy: milk, eggs, chicken, rice, coffee, pasta, peanut butter, your favorite cereal, frozen veggies, and oil. Note the unit price, not the sticker, dollars per ounce or per pound. Record the best price at 3 places you can actually visit: the warehouse store, the discount grocer, and your usual store. In 2 weeks, you'll know that coffee at $8.99 per pound is a buy, while $10.99 pretends to be a sale because they slapped a yellow tag on it. In 1 month, you'll see the rhythm. Your store resets deals mid-week, the warehouse store drops oil every other month, and the discount grocer rotates frozen vegetables quarterly. You start buying with the calendar instead of the impulse. And this is where things get interesting. Timing beats brand loyalty. If strawberries charm you at $3.99 in January, skip them. Frozen berries on the price book, $1.99 year-round. Use them in smoothies and oats. Your taste buds notice less than your bank account. If eggs swing from $2 to $4, you don't stop eating breakfast. You pivot to oats, peanut butter toast, and Greek yogurt, depending on which one hits the threshold in your price book. That's how you keep protein up and cost down without feeling like you're sacrificing everything. Make rules you can keep. I only buy chicken below $2.50 per pound. I only buy cereal below 22 cents per ounce. I only buy coffee when it drops under $8 per pound. Rules turn the shelf from a menu into a filter. Here's the part that changed everything for me. Stores design aisles to slow you down. Music tempo, bakery smells, end caps stacked with new sizes. Every detail nudges you to buy into their margins. You can unhook that with one constraint: a written list organized by sections, and a basket instead of a cart when you only need 5 things. A cart invites you to fill airspace with snacks. A basket punishes your forearms when you drift. It's a physical budget. And if you live where prices vary by zip code, make one strategic switch. Do your big shop at the everyday low price player, Walmart or the Warehouse Club, and your fresh top-ups at the local chain where quality matters. You split the basket in a way that breaks their profit model because you're not letting high-margin fillers hitch a ride with your milk. But there's a twist behind promotions. High-low stores like Kroger or Safeway blast a buy 5, save 5 deal. It feels generous. The real aim is a larger basket. They plant cheap soda, pricey snacks, and a middle-shelf dessert you wouldn't buy at full price. If you need 5 items, great. If you stretch to hit the threshold, you just paid a private convenience tax. The simple counter is to pre-choose your 5 from things you'd buy anyway. Pasta, sauce, frozen veg, yogurt, canned beans. Never chase. And when you see family-size bigger boxes, check the unit price. Sometimes the smaller one wins because the family size carries a premium for the feeling of value. Let's zoom out to the upstream again because it explains the weird weeks when everything feels expensive. When drought hits cattle feed, beef prices jump not instantly, but months later as herd sizes shrink. When interest rates go up, carrying inventory gets pricier. Retailers run leaner and offer fewer aggressive promotions because financing pallets costs more. That's why years with higher rates often feel like the sales aren't as good. They aren't. The math for the store changed. And when diesel cools, prices don't snap back overnight. Old contracts expire first. If you know that lag exists, you stop waiting for yesterday's prices and build a new strategy. You lock savings through substitution and timing rather than hoping for a rollback. This isn't about denial. It's about control. You can still have brand treats, you just choose where and when. Pick 2 things you never substitute, maybe your coffee and your favorite hot sauce. Everything else is flexible. That single decision protects joy while giving your budget room to breathe. And if you really want leverage, harness the pantry cycle. Not hoarding, rotation. When rice drops to $1.89 for 2 pounds, buy 2 months' worth. When chicken hits your threshold, buy extra and freeze flat in zip bags so it thaws fast. When peanut butter goes buy one, get one twice a year, buy 4. Then, for months, you don't pay rising shelf prices, you shop your pantry at the sale price you locked in. The store designs promotions to pull you in every week. You design your pantry to let you skip weeks. Remember that cereal? The 14-ounce box felt like a loss. Here's the flip. If your price book says 22 cents per ounce is your ceiling, you'll spot the private label bag at 18 cents per ounce and move on without thinking. That one habit recovers $4 to $6 a week. Over a year, that's a week of groceries back in your account. And when you see a chain charging more in your area, you'll know whether it's a zone or a temporary squeeze. You can test by checking the same item at the same chain a few miles away. If the milk is cheaper there, you just discovered your zone. Now you anchor big shops there and only buy fresh perishables near home. One more objection I hear. I don't have time for multiple stores. Fair, so don't. Use digital price checks once a week for your 10 items. Shop one place. Let the knowledge choose substitutes automatically. Time saved, money saved. Or do a monthly warehouse run for bulk staples and weekly quick stops for produce and dairy. 2 trips, big impact. And if you hate couponing, skip it. Coupons push brands. Unit prices and thresholds protect budgets. There's a reason your monthly budget feels unpredictable when grocery pricing changes. It's not chaos, it's choreography. You've been dancing to their music. Now you write the playlist, make the price book. Set hard unit thresholds. Swap 3 meals a week to what's on cycle. Split your basket across stores or across time. Choose 2 non-negotiable brands and flex on the rest. You'll see the squeeze ease within 1 billing cycle. You'll feel it in the gap that opens between paycheck and bills. And the next time a shelf tag tries to nudge you, you'll smile because you can see the game on the label. Prices change. Your power doesn't.